Welcome everyone to Seoul Pitch Day, the third session of Live CES Seoul. This is the first day of Seoul Pitch Day, and tomorrow at the same time we will have the second day. This whole program is sponsored by Seoul City and co-hosted by Seoul Digital Foundation and plug&play. My name is Giselle. I'm the MC for the session, and I have David Kim from plug&play with me. Hello, David.
Hi, Giselle. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's it going?
Good.
Will you please say hello to our viewers?
Sure, of course. Hi, everyone. I'm David Kim from plug&play. I'm the director of Silicon Valley Corporate Partnership. So excited to be here at all. And thanks for having me here, Giselle.
My pleasure. But isn't it so sad that we can actually physically be in Las Vegas for CES, that we have to see everyone in person?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I hope to see everyone in Vegas next year when the COVID situation cool down.
That's right. That we are so sad that we can't meet everyone in person. All right. So we are still thankful for this global gathering, CES 2021. And even though all the events are happening online, which is very different from the past, I'm pretty sure audience around the world are already actively engaging in CES events through online exhibits. So David, at this session, that's Seoul Pitch Day 1, we are here to introduce the most innovative companies in smart city of Seoul along with its products and solutions. And I'm sure you must be so excited.
Oh, yeah, absolutely excited for this.
Mm-hmm. So, David, I was in Las Vegas, and what were you doing last year around this time?
So, we as plug&play also was there for the very first time to showcase the number of our portfolio company.
I see. Well, for me, because I was there in Las Vegas, it was so amazing to see the promotion of Seoul's exhibit with its 20 innovative companies. And since it was very first time for Seoul to be in CES, the global VC and other audience were so impressed with each company's technologies, products, solutions, and services. And I got to see that live last year, so I was very honored to be together with them. And this is a reason why I'm super excited today, because we get to see even more innovative companies from Seoul. Wow, I feel like we have a great support from around the world. And by the way, David, I think you have to tell us about your company and what kind of connection that global VC and PMP has with Seoul so far.
Yes, sure. So before I give everyone an overview of our company, let me briefly talk about how we began our relationship with Seoul City. So in 2019, our CEO, Said Amidi, met the previous mayor of Seoul, and for the very first time at his office in Seoul. And since then, Said invited the mayor to his office in Silicon Valley. And in 2020 January, both Seoul City and plug&play co-hosted this event called Smart Korea 2020. And on the very same day, both plug&play and Seoul City formed the MOU to jointly evaluate the potential opening, to potentially open the innovation platform in Seoul, South Korea. And now I strongly feel that it's time to launch our office in Seoul, and we are very much looking forward to working more closely with the Seoul City. So now I wanted to take a few minutes to walk you through the high-level overview of plug&play platform and our new initiative for plug&play Korea office. So we are the largest open innovation platform built on a very strong ecosystem of innovator. Our ecosystem consists of over 20,000 startups, 400 major corporations, and about 180 venture capital firms. We also engage with a top-tier university, a large network of very experienced mentor, foundation, as well as governments on our platform. So these are the three main pillars at plug&play. So first and foremost, we are the venture capital firm. This is the core of our business, and we are the most active investor in Silicon Valley, investing in about 200 startups every year. Second, we run about 50 plus accelerator programs every year in 30 different cities and 15 countries around the world. And lastly, we run the corporate open innovation platform, We currently work with over 400 corporations worldwide in any given industry to help fuel their external innovation challenges. So our history dating back to early 90s, where our founder and CEO, Said Amidi, was able to house, invest, and accelerate companies such as Google, Logitech, and PayPal. So this early beginning has propelled us into the present days, where we are now so proud of having over 1,000 portfolio companies. Some of the companies include PayPal, Dropbox, Lending Club, N26 or Honey. So pretty much these are the companies that has a valuation over $1 billion, which we call it the unicorn startups. So we currently run 18 industry-specific program where we source and accelerate 15 to 20 startups in each of these programs in every 6 months. And just last year, we accelerated about 1,000 startups in 37 different offices. So we are also running the largest open innovation platform in the world. We currently collaborate with Fortune 500 companies worldwide, including Walmart, Microsoft, Daimler, and many more. And lastly, as you see on this chart, plug-and-play has built a very strong global presence in 37 offices worldwide. And we just launched 18 new programs in 2019. So we are growing really, really fast. So we have this large network of corporations, startups, and VC around the world, and we are very excited to connect them to Plug and Play Korea office. So these are the snapshot of the Plug and Play Korea office. So we are planning on launching the office in spring 2021, and we'll be focusing on 2 different categories. First is smart city, and the second one is financial services, such as fintech and insurtech. So here are the subcategories of each of these focus areas. Smart city, for instance, include like urban mobility, IoT, energy, real estate, and construction. And for financial services, we'll focus on like new payment system, customer engagement, new types of underwriting, and auto insurance. So here's our mission. We want Plug and Play Korea to be the largest innovation platform. In order to do so, we will make the Korea the market entry hub for international startups by bringing startups from all around the world. Second is to make it the global gateway for Korean startups to 37 Plug and Play global offices. Actually, after our CEO visited Korea for the very first time in November of 2019, we have seen the tremendous growth opportunity within Korean startups. So we'll also accelerate and invest the best Korean startup. And lastly, we also have seen a lot of corporations paying attention to their internal and external innovation, external innovation. So we'll also support and strengthen their innovation strategies through Plug and Play Open Innovation Platform. So here's how our accelerator programs will be look like for Plug and Play Korea. So instead of running on industry agnostic accelerator program, we will essentially run the industry-specific program where both Plug and Play and let's say Seoul City and other corporate partners of us will collectively detect the focus of the program, filter the applications that we receive, and then select the startups that will make it into our 3-month accelerator program. So we'll be sourcing up to 500 startups, and the top 15 startups will be selected to go through our accelerator program. These selected startups will definitely have an opportunity to engage with the local government and the corporation, as well as the global VC and the global corporations that we have around the world. So in terms of selecting the startups, we're not only sourced the local Korean startups, but the startups from around the world at any given stage, from seed stage all the way to Series A or above. And here's what's going to be look like. So this is an example of our Plug and Play Japan's accelerator program. And as you see that the 40% of the startups that got into the plug-and-play Japan's accelerator program were non-Japanese startups. And the more than half of these startups were Series A or above. We plan to replicate this for plug-and-play Korea office to truly give an opportunity for startups in any given stage and also bring in international startups to Korea for the market opportunity. So this is all the presentation that I have for today. I hope you enjoy learning more about plug-and-play platform and our initiative for Korea office. Thank you all.
Thank you, David. I know the reason why you're here with me today.
Yes. So I love to present plug and play, and since I strongly believe that Seoul City and plug and play has a lot of collaboration points. Since Seoul City would love to, support and accelerate their local Korean startups globally, and I strongly believe that plug and play we could definitely help them through their own startup journey. And at the same time, I also realized that there are a lot of international startups out there. And if Plug and Play could work as a funnel for international startups to do their business in Korea, I think that will also make a huge impact, not only to Plug and Play, but also to Seoul City and Korea as a country.
Yeah, to strengthen to each other. Please keep up the good work.
Thank you. I'll work as hard as I can.
All right, David, it's time to move on. And what if I told you we have some people as guests today that would interest all of you watching as well as anyone who's interested in starting a business? Ladies and gentlemen, we have special guests giving us a special presentation today. David?
All right, so our first speaker is one of your judges, Shunpei Kobayashi from Plug and Play Japan, and he will talk to us about $1 million tips for startups. Please stay tuned.
Hi, David. Thank you for that introduction, and hi, everyone. Thank you very much for having me here. My name is Shunpei, and I am a Ventures Associate for Plug and Play Japan's Mobility and Smart Cities program. This means that I am responsible for finding great startups to participate in our innovation program, and also for finding investment opportunities worldwide. Today, I wanted to spend about 10 minutes or so to introduce Plug and Play's activities in Japan, and also provide some tips that might help you to for those that are looking to enter the global market. So that is me. And before we dive right in, here are some numbers that I wanted to show you to describe the current state of Japanese startup ecosystem. As you can see here, post the financial crisis in 2008, investments in domestic startups have increased steadily, both in terms of amount raised and also deal count. In addition, the number of partnerships with startups has increased as well over the last couple of years. And these include partnerships between a private company and another private company, and also partnerships between private company and also a public company as well. So overall, the ecosystem in Japan is growing quite rapidly, and we would like to think that Plug and Play Japan has played a part in that growth. So here is Plug and Play Japan's mission. It is to empower and connect innovators to create an inspiring future from Japan. We currently have 3 offices. The Tokyo office opened in 2017, the Kyoto office opened in 2019, and the Osaka office opened in July 2020. And just like our headquarter office in Silicon Valley, we have 3 main key business domains: our industry-themed innovation programs, corporate innovation support, and investments. And in terms of the programs in Japan, we currently have 7 different verticals. We have IoT, FinTech, InsurTech, Mobility, Brand and Retail in Tokyo, Hard Tech and Health in Kyoto, and Smart Cities in Osaka. We also plan to officially launch more verticals, including new material and energy in the near future. And just as I mentioned, the newest addition to our locations in Japan is the Osaka office that just opened in July 2020. And we run the Smart Cities program there. And even with the COVID-19 environment, many of the companies that are listed here have entrusted Plug and Play to join our Smart Cities platform to fulfill their innovation needs. So now, across all of the 3 locations that we have in Japan, we have 40 corporate partners across various industries who are actively looking to collaborate with international and domestic startups. Just a little bit about our demo day. The most recent one was back in September last year. And although we used to have these demo days in person in the past, this has all shifted online due to COVID-19. However, as you can see here, our online events are quite successful. For this particular event, we had 161 startups pitch to more than 4,000 viewers over the span of 6 days. These are just a few of the many collaborations that came out of our past programs. So Edge Tensor, a Texas-based startup offering scalable AI for edge devices, collaborated with Fujikura, which is an electrical equipment manufacturing company. Advice Robo, a Netherlands-based startup offering behavioral credit scoring, collaborated with Oryx Credit. And Vimo, an India-based startup that helps automate enterprise sales, collaborated with Sompo, which is a major insurance company in Japan. In terms of investments, there are 3 ways that this can happen. One is a potential investment from Plug and Play. The second is investments from our corporate partners. And the third is investments from other VCs that we connect you guys with through our program. For the 3 companies that are listed here, Space Engine was a company that Plug and Play invested, and Mira Robotics and Near Me were invested in by some of our corporate partners. So hopefully I was able to explain a little bit about the overview of Plug and Play's activities in Japan and the different ways that startups are able to benefit from the program and our investment activities here. But today, I also wanted to take a few moments to discuss some of the tips for those that are looking to enter the global market as well. And I would say that there are no easy shortcuts. It does take a lot of hard work and determination. But one thing I can definitely say is that it is always wise to seek help or partner with those that are familiar with the local ecosystem, whether it be Plug and Play or any other organization that supports startups. Our program is designed to be corporate sponsored, so it's pretty much a free business development platform for the startups if you pass the selection process. And you get to meet large corporations that are serious about working with great startups. The second tip I would give to a startup looking to enter the Japanese market would be to expect the cultural and language barriers to be there. In many ways, Korean and Japanese business cultures are very similar. So this might not be as big of an issue for the audience today. But what I always tell the international startups that are participating in our program is that usually the purpose of the first meeting is to get to the second meeting, and the purpose of the second meeting is to get to the third meeting. So it does usually take some time and patience. The third tip I would give to startups looking to collaborate with large corporates is to do due diligence and research and to find out about what these companies actually do. Many of the times we just think of their logos and when we are working with large corporates, but it's critical to find the right point of contact within the right department out of the many groups that these companies have within their very complex organization. Just to add some color about our program breakdown, we usually select about over 100 startups per batch for each of our programs, and about half of them are international startups. So we mainly do two things. We help domestic companies grow, and we also help international companies come into the Japanese market as well. So we don't have enough time today to discuss all of the ins and outs of going global, but I would be happy to connect offline with any of you that are interested in finding out more about Plug and Play or more about the Japanese market in general. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to connect with you, with many of you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Shunpei, for your wonderful talk on $1 million tips for startup. So from his talk, David, I have a quick question. Do you think the investment is the most important thing for development of startups?
Investment, of course, is critical. But likewise, as Shunpei mentioned, it's also very important to present the opportunity to demonstrate the POC that can incorporate startups' cutting-edge technology into a business. And I was actually very impressed. I mean, I know that Plug and Play has been done such a great job in terms of connecting right startups to the corporation. But I was very impressed to see how much Plug and Play Japan office was able to produce a lot of POC opportunity for startups. And I strongly believe that that's going to be a key for startups since from startups' point of view, getting the right clients, the fact they're able to demonstrate their products with the right one is also very, very important, as well as getting the investment.
Well, then I guess PNP Korea has a work to do.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of work to do. As Shunpei mentioned, we're not only looking forward to support local Korean startup, but also bringing startups from all around the world to Korea for the business opportunity. So, I mean, I strongly believe I have a lot of work to do, yeah.
Shunpei, you gotta tell him what to do, okay? Keep your eyes on him or PNP Korea. All right. So thank you, Shunpei, and we'll see you in a minute. Thank you so much again. Okay, David, I guess we have another special presentation by someone. Will you introduce us?
Right. So next, we'll hear from BlueSpace, a company that has succeeded as autonomous driving software that are based in Silicon Valley.
So I heard that the founder of company, is she? She?
Yes, female.
She is Korean, right? And that's why she's interested in the Korean market, I heard.
Yes. So just wanted to give you a bit of background from BlueSpace.
Okay, please.
So the company is founded by, as you mentioned, a Korean founder whose name is Christine Moon.
Okay.
In Silicon Valley with his colleague Joe.
Oh.
And it's actually one of the Plug and Play's portfolio company, and they already receive a lot of traction from corporation as well as investors worldwide. But since Christine is a Korean heritage, she was very much looking forward to get into the Korean market, and I'm very excited to hear more about her own story throughout the presentation.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited too, actually. Please welcome Kristen. Hello there.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Great. Well, thanks for this opportunity to share about myself and also about BlueSpace. Should I start my presentation now?
Please go ahead.
Well, first of all, thanks to Plug and Play and also to the Seoul City for arranging this great opportunity. The name of the company that I was able to co-found with Joel, as David mentioned, is BlueSpace. We're based out of Santa Clara, California, and we build self-driving technology, especially our perception. We call it perception without compromise. I was very excited about this opportunity to speak for two reasons. One, I'm from Seoul. So growing up, I split my time between South Korea and the US. So I love the title, Connected Seoul. So I was excited about that. And secondly, I was excited because, as David mentioned, we are one of plug-and-play's portfolio company. And I must say, they have been along, with us throughout the journey, whether it's David, the rest of the team, Janice, Tarek, and Fan, they've been very supportive. And I wanted to share that experience of being an entrepreneur. And it's definitely a journey that involves many folks. I'll start with my background and what our technology is about. And also, what are we trying to solve here? And then I'll end with some personal thoughts. So I'm president and co-founder of BlueSpace. I started my career in Silicon Valley when I joined Google in 2004. I was there for about 9 years. I was on the Android team. And then I moved on to cloud services company like Dropbox and genomics company like Color Genomics, and then at Drive AI. Drive AI was founded out of Stanford AI Lab. They were one of the first to apply deep learning to self-driving technology. And when the company was acquired by Apple, I was able to pause and think about, what can we do here? So my co-founder and I decided to start BlueSpace because we felt that we had hidden, advantage or unfair advantage, as Peter Thiel, one of the famous investor in Silicon Valley and also entrepreneur himself, he was one of the co-founders of PayPal and also Palantir, said, start a company when you have a secret. And I think that secret wasn't born out of nothing. It came from all the experiences we've had to date. So I'll start with, we raised $3.5 million last year. And we were successful in getting a lot of traction in the market in Silicon Valley as well as overseas. And this is where I think Connected Seoul makes a lot of sense. There is talent everywhere. There is a global market. And I believe that Korea is actually one of the more exciting places as we think about the future of autonomous vehicles, robotics going forward, and smart cities. So while Shunpei said he gave $1 million tip, I guess my tip was free. I'm going to just share our experience. So I think you're able to do something special. I have that insight when you can work as a team. So our team came together from all walks, different walks, folks who started other companies like Voyage and Drive AI, and folks who are at other automotive companies like GM, Nissan, JLR, and folks like me who've been in general tech. And I think when you come together as a team collectively, you can definitely tackle some of the more challenging problems that we face today. So first of all, your TAM as an entrepreneur, total addressable market, has to be big. So the global autonomous vehicle market is very big, $550 billion by 2026. But how do we get to commercialization, and what role can we play in aiding that? So BlueSpace patented our technology, which is solving this problem in front of us. If you were to break down the software brain of the car, which is the AV, autonomous vehicle technology, it's three key components. Perception, how does a computer view the world? And prediction, how does it predict the motion of the objects in the world? And then finally, doing its own motion planning. And what you see in this black box is what we would call the black box dilemma. While deep learning is a very useful tool, it's also something that takes a lot of effort, collecting data and deploying capital and a lot of time needed to perfect that tool. So what BlueSpace is trying to do is realizing that the industry has done many things, like driving millions of miles to collect data, trying to infer intention of the motion of the objects in the world. And then we're going painfully slow or slamming on brakes or using other methods. We realized BlueSpace has something that we can do to move the industry forward. So I'll just share a little bit about our secret sauce, because you need that secret sauce to be able to survive. And like David said, to gain traction in the market. So I'm going to nerd out a little bit. What you see on the left is how currently it's done by many companies in this space, which is you look at a scenario. What you see here is an intersection. And then you'll see the static object, which are the buildings. So think about this as any major intersections in the heart of Seoul. And you see pedestrians crossing the street, you see cars. And in the past, it would take many takes to really be able to understand, perceive the world and understand the motion of the objects in the world. What BlueSpace has is ability to instantaneously measure the direction and the speed in which all these objects are traveling at. So you can imagine how that milliseconds of life and death situation can be safely navigated with our perception tool. So this is our secret, and this is what's been patented. And to give you some, for the technical audience, what we have is what we call 6DOF. DOF stands for 6 degrees of freedom. It means we can tell all motions possible, rotational, radial, and latitude, whereas others can only do latitude or radial at best. And that allows us to apply our technology in an urban setting like Seoul, or maybe suburban like most of Silicon Valley, and highway scenarios. And that means, back to TAM, total addressable market, our market's pretty big. And that means we can go to new neighborhoods like this and be able to understand the world. And that ends up in better performance with cost-saving measures to really have BlueSpace be the key advantage that will enable the industry. So that means we can work with anyone in the ecosystem. So that could be Hyundai, that could be BMW, Toyota, Cruise, and others in the space. So people say when there's a gold rush, being able to sell just a shovel alone can be a great business. And I guess what we're saying is that we're not only a shovel, it's actually a key enabler for everyone to tap into that $550 billion market. So you can imagine the total addressable market and the application of our technology is rather broad. It means on and off-road mobile robotics. So you can imagine robots like this, delivery robots, or agricultural application, mining. So there could be smart infrastructure, smart mobility space that we could really think about how we can partner up. I also want to share with you that autonomous vehicle technology will be adopted in the enterprise side. So the way we've been engaging with major cities like Seoul or some of the smart cities like Songdo in South Korea or Sejong is in the mass transit space. And that is solving for something that many of us face, whether it's in the heart of New York or in Silicon Valley on Highway 101. It's a geometry problem. So while autonomy is a useful tool, you also have to take into account the infrastructure that's currently deployed. And this is where sometimes as an entrepreneur, if you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail to you. And I think this is important to seek market feedback. And this is where talking to many key stakeholders in your ecosystem is quite important. And a little shout out to the Plug and Play's global network, whether it's a team sitting in Thailand or David and team in South Korea, or here in Silicon Valley, or the team in Michigan. They've really helped us to connect with their corporate partners in the space to understand how could our tool be useful. So the key takeaway here is that, there are many applications, but this can't be something that you dream up in a vacuum. You have to talk to as many people as possible. I think some folks call this product market fit, and having another lingo, MVP, minimally viable product out there sooner than later. And you constantly iterate because the market's changing. It's quite dynamic. And when you have these inputs and being able to iterate on that allows you to survive and thrive as an entrepreneur. And this allowed us to really branch out beyond what our team, a small but mighty team, can handle through our network of investors and corporate partners. And this truly makes South Korea one of our key markets that we want to be in sooner than later. I think 2021, the Korean government has earmarked $1 billion towards autonomous vehicle. And I think BlueSpace wants to take part in that as a key enabler for the existing players that's in the market so we can partner. My closing thoughts are I guess Robert Frost, the road not vegan. I think when you walk down, it's not actually a fork on the road. I think entrepreneurship is this tiny road on the right, where it may not be paved, it may look scary, And I think doing it alone is too much. And that's where a lot of folks advise that you have a co-founder. And my co-founder is great. I can count on him. We're in the trenches together, but it's not just us, it's the team. And a lot of investors and your network can help you really grow the team and grow the market. And I think it's events like this that helps us to connect with each other, that will help you get your name out there and get in front of investors. So I end with this, my email. So I'd be happy to connect with other entrepreneurs and those who are in the market to either partner or to share our stories, compare notes. And I guess I want to end with the gratitude. 2020 was a tough year, but 2021 will be a lot more exciting with walking the journey together. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kristen, for joining us today and sharing such a great insight regarding the market expansion for the domestic startups and your plan for Seoul, Korea launch. So I remember meeting Kristen for the very first time in 2019 when she had a bit of presentation about herself and how she got into BlueSpace. And I was very amazed by her that although she was working at Google, and Google, as you guys know, is like one of the stable job out there.
Definitely.
Yeah, she pretty much got out of her safety net to join a startup called Drive AI. And I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of challenges that she has to go through. And as a mother of, is it 3 kids, right, Kristen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 kids and a puppy.
Yeah, as a mother of 3 kids and puppies, that must be really difficult for her to even maintain a work-life balance.
Yeah.
But I was very glad to hear that she was able to do it really, really well. And especially I really like about her last slide where she mentioned that in order for startups to grow, it's very important to have a strong team member.
Yeah.
I personally think that the key for domestic startups to get into the international market is having a right team member and being hustle.
So true.
No matter where you at, no matter where in Korea, no matter where you're doing a business in Korea or in the US or elsewhere, it's always important for you to present your company and have a right team member and be hustle to get as many clients as possible. Because you never know whether your technology would work for company A or company B. So being hustle is very important. Having a right team member is also very important since you're not doing everything by yourself. And also right mindset and right mission is also essential. So Christine, once again, thank you so much for your time. And we're very much looking forward to support you and your company to do a successful soft launch in Seoul, South Korea.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks so much.
So from now on, we will have each company's their presentation. And David, before we meet each of them, I believe you have some people to introduce to us.
Yes, I do. So these are the experts who will give feedbacks on the startups that are participating today and help them plan for the global expansion.
Sounds like they're our judges.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a representative from plug-and-play Japan, Singapore, and Silicon Valley team.
Wow, from the world.
Yes, from around the world.
All right, should we meet them now?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Will you please say hi to our observer, Nabarun? Will you start?
Sure. Hello. Thank you so much for inviting me for this wonderful session. 안녕하십니까? 저는 플러그앤플레이 싱가포르의 벤처 팀에서 일하는 나바룬이라고 합니다. So I'm Navarun from the ventures team in Singapore, part of the Mobility, IoT, and Smart Cities initiative. And I particularly look at investments in the APAC region and also working with our corporate partners in the region. So yeah, very glad to be here. Looking forward to the startups pitching and very excited. Thank you.
We are so honored to have you here too, Navarun. And he speaks good Korean. David?
Oh yes. So he actually worked at Hyundai Mobis prior to joining plug-and-play.
I
So I
see.
believe his Korean is pretty good.
All right. Who's our next judge?
So Edison Honeycutt, please could you introduce a bit of yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, David. Hi, Giselle. Thanks for having me today. To give a brief introduction, my name is Addison, and I work as an analyst on the Plug and Play Ventures team in Silicon Valley. And I focus on IoT and smart cities technologies. So really excited to hear the startups pitch today.
All right, thank you, Addison. And Shunpei, you're the last.
Thank you, David and Giselle. Hi, everyone. My name is Shunpei, and I'm a Ventures Associate for Plug and Play Japan's Mobility and Smart Cities program. I'm very happy to be here and look forward to hearing everyone's pitches.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Seoul. I'm pretty sure some of you might been to Seoul before and some of you not had a chance yet, but we wish to have you all here in Seoul participate in this event next time. Okay? All right, sounds great. Well, now it's time to hear from our innovative companies. I would like to explain how it works. We have 7 companies ready to give a pitch, and each company will have 10 minutes, and they will give us a presentation for about 7 minutes, and then following by that, we will have a Q&A session as remainder of the time. David, are you ready?
Yes, absolutely. Let's get started.
All right, David. Then let's meet our first company. The name is Blocksen.
All right.
Greetings, sir and ma'am. This is Geo Park from Blocksen speaking. Please let me introduce our new handheld gaming console, Cloud Gear. The market we have focused on first is the global game market, which is annually growing faster and faster. In this market, customers are clarified. Only 35% of the gamers are so-called core gamers, but the income from them gets over 80% of the global game market for total. When they, core gamers, use any handheld gaming console, it's much problematic. Quite less portability, too small pool of game titles, and even the tendency that game titles for portable console are strongly casual game biased. Moreover, gamers do not have many alternates. Performant laptops are too expensive, and the performance is not quite well, and the storage for games are too small. One of the arising solutions in this harsh time would be streaming, also known as remote play. As all you can see, global companies such as NVIDIA, Google, Valve, Apple, and many others try to offer game streaming service to overcome such problems we just talked about. But precedent services sometimes, or quite often, cannot give a fluent streaming experience through. It's because so-called input lag and requires too much usage fee. That's why hereby we offer our novel handheld console, Cloud Gear, streaming friendly and optimized for gaming outside. Cloud Gear's components are much cost efficient, but usability is much more than that. Well, Cloud Gear can stream AAA class games such as Tekken 7 even in crowded Seoul Metro via only LTE hotspot tether channel. Plus, unlike other two-chip ones, Cloud Gear users may get connected and play such streamed game and even retro class games quite well and easy to set up. We have found a targetable area in the market with several YouTubers we could already make a partnership. Another good news for this is we have been elected to be one of the participants of CES 2021 as a startup in Seoul, Korea, and made a successful crowdfund campaign for the first time. The fund campaign in Wadis, Korea is finished over $30,000, and being based here on will improve our system as P2P game rental platform as well, in the long term, of course. In summary, we shall catch at least 0.1% of the worldwide total share of the handheld gaming console in the gaming market. The man who do all of these is the team Blockzen, a tech-based startup by ambitious young man, two men in front of you. That's all for now. If you have anything to ask, please feel freely. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you, Blockzen. It was a great presentation. And David, what did you think about that?
Oh, I mean, it's absolutely an amazing company, and I think I personally think that the market opportunity in the gaming industry is skyrocketing every year. So I surely believe that he can do a lot well if he's able to market it right.
All right, thanks for your comments as well. I think it'll be valuable for them. All right, now we want to have a Q&A session. Our judges, please go ahead.
I can start. Thank you very much for that wonderful pitch. Wanted to ask you more about the technology behind what you guys do. What's the magic and what allows you guys to achieve this fluent streaming?
Well, basically, we have ported the Linux OS in lightweight and by ourselves. Well, such as general purpose OS, such as mobile OS, so-called Android or any others, have very many dependency in software area. So they have to consume many LTE network channels, bandwidth, and any other system resources, but ours are not.
Thank you. As a follow-up question, could you also speak a little bit about your competitive advantage against other companies that do similar things as you guys?
Well, for the representative competitors, there is Nintendo Switch, as you can see. The Nintendo Switch has become a representative handheld console in global area. But Nintendo Switch's cost is very expensive, and its performance area, the offering game titles are very in the narrow sessions. As a first party, only Nintendo can offer the competitive game titles. The third parties cannot serve such game titles in the market, but our system is based on the game streaming. So if you can play the game in PC or PlayStation or such as the competitive platform itself, then you can play the game by streaming in our cloud gear. So the cloud gear can have the widest area in the gaming.
Got it. Thank you.
Does anyone else?
Maybe I can take over from there. So I believe that games that are available on Steam, such as let's say Dota or Counter-Strike, can these also be targeted? Because these are some of the major games, at least within Southeast Asia.
I beg your pardon?
So I was mentioning about the games that are generally available on, let's say, a platform like Steam. So,
Yes.
for example, Dota or Counter-Strike. So are these games also available to be played on the console? That's one question. Second question is that if you're talking about pricing in relation to something like Switch, then how sensitive is the pricing to a market such as the Philippines or Indonesia?
Well, basically, the precedent handheld consoles cannot play the streaming in outside. So the optimized remote play is currently what we can give for the customers by our major competitiveness. And well, the letter you give is not quite understandable.
Right. So it was more about the pricing strategy. So considering the markets in Southeast Asia, for example, the Philippines and Indonesia are very price sensitive. So is your pricing strategy going to change depending on these markets? Because these are two of the largest gaming markets in Southeast Asia.
Well, our main target is Korea, Japan, and North America. So the targeted price of our cloud gear is over $200. So the Southeast Asia is not our concern.
Got it.
right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, let's move on to our next company. It's called Blueprint Lab. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Hi, I'm Charlie, CEO of Blueprint Lab. We are providing product recommendation algorithm and virtual try-on solution with facial recognition and AI technology. When you visit eyewear store, there are so many glasses at the store so that you don't know which glasses fits on your face. Also, eyewear stores' perspective, they don't know which glasses picked by their customers. They should prepare all the products at their store for the reasons. Due to COVID-19 pandemic situation, people are getting purchase product online rather than offline. However, they do not get enough information online shopping platform page to make a purchase decision. So in order to solve problems, we've developed a virtual try-on solution by using TrueDepth camera of Apple devices. It's more accurate and faster than any other solutions. Let me play a short video clip that tells how the solution works. Just put your face into the circle, then AI algorithm automatically scan your face. After that, AI recommend eyewear that fits on your face based on your face data, such as shape of the face, width of your face, and location of eyes, nose. Let's take a look at market size of eyewear industry. It's $168.7 billion for global market, but Korean market is $1.5 billion, only 1% of the whole eyewear market. So we are focusing on US and European market from the first stage of our business. We have to combine the business model. One is license model when we do 3D rendering of eyewear, and the other is subscription model. We charge $100 for 3D rendering work for each eyewear frame, and $150 a month for using the solution. For example, if you have one eyewear model and one store, you have to pay $250 for the first month and $150 after second month. Yes, we have 3 competitors here: Lounge in Korea, Diro in the US, Fitting Box in France. Most of our competitors are only using 2D image data. On the other hand, Blueprint Lab is not only using 2D image data, but also 3D mesh data. So we are providing size-based accurate function and full 3D, real-time virtual try-on service that others cannot provide. Now we have customers: Hot Sunglass, Blink in Korea, McLaren, the British supercar maker, Lamy, which is French fashion brand, Hyphen from Texas, and Mask from California in the US. We are not eyewear company. We are providing solutions and services using facial recognition and AI technology to our customers. So we have planned to expand our business to beauty, plastic surgery, and bioauthentication industry with outstanding technology we've been developing. We have many and wide global network all over the world: Asia, US, even Europe. We've tried to penetrate global markets so far as taking accelerating program like a plug-and-play in the Silicon Valley, ERA in New York. We got seed investment last year from Hanyang University Holdings and Shinhan Finance Group. Now we are 13, 6 developers, including me, 4 designers, 3 business people. All members have knowledge and experienced in their area of expertise and qualified for our business. Now, we are looking for $1 million funding to improve our technology and hire qualified people and marketing and sales to penetrate global market. And also, we are looking for partners, eyewear companies, local retailers, and also online retailers. We offer the most effective way to open whole new world in vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Blueprint Lab. That was a great presentation. And I wish I could have that service, David.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wish I could have that service too. Yeah,
isn't it? Because you're wearing glasses.
Actually, one of the retail shops that he works with, I'm a vid customer to that website.
Ooh, I see. So, David, tell us about. What do you think of this presentation then?
First of all, thank you so much for your presentation. I personally believe that the demand for online shopping has increased significantly, especially due to the COVID situation.
That's right.
And facial recognition and AI technology are the key to enhance the customer engagement.
Yeah.
And one thing that I like about the Blueprint Lab is that your technology is widely used not only in eyewear glasses retail store,
True.
but also to beauty store or even let's say luxury goods.
Yeah.
So if you're able to market it right, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of market opportunity, especially in 2021.
So true. All right, let's have a Q&A session. Anybody has a question?
I can get us started. First, thank you for such an interesting presentation. I'm curious a little bit about your expansion strategy. When you're adding a new store or a new business, how difficult is it to add each new pair of glasses? And do they use the same ones that you've already worked with, or are you adding new glasses for each store?
You mean 3D rendering work for the eyewear frame?
Yes.
Okay. If you have a eyewear framework, if you use to use our solution, it's just using our solution. But if we don't have the eyewear frame model, 3D model, you want to use for the solution, we have to do 3D rendering work for your business. So for the 3D rendering work, we charge $100 for each glasses frame. But if you have there are many glasses and having various color variation, we can provide, we can offer the price of for the color variation.
Was that enough to answer your
Yes,
question?
no, that perfectly answered. Maybe one follow-up from me is it very common for new stores to need 3D rendering, or do they have the same brands as the last store did, for example?
Now we also have a plan to expand our business like IP business. If let's say we are collaborating with a big company like Luxottica. In that case, we can make a eyewear frame database. Then we can just provide our solution, not including the pricing policy for the 3D rendering work. We can just provide our solution, and you can just pay subscription model $100 per each month.
All right. Since it's a live CES, we don't have much time. I think we can have one other last question. Anybody?
I have a question. So if you had to choose one over the other, your solution, is it adding value to the customer or is it cutting cost for the customer? So I guess the core of my question is, what is the number one reason that your customer would choose to implement your solution?
We think both. We can provide a saving cost for the local eyewear stores. And also we can provide our solution to improve their revenue or number of users, visiting users. For example, we are providing our solution to mask in the US, It's a solution for local eyewear optometrists. It's a kind of a saving cost for their business.
All right. Was it enough? All right.
Yeah, that was very good. Thank you.
All right. It's time for us to move on. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, David. Do you know who's our next speaker?
Yes. So next we have internet.
Internet?
Yes.
You sure we have internet?
Yes, we do.
I think we do have a Bro 9 at this time.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's my bad. Yes, we have Bro
It's
9.
okay.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bro 9.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Yunbi Lee, a pro at Bro9, which develops Volca technology. Thank you very much for your interest in Volca technology, which enables you to charge any electronic device regardless of its voltage and current. Bro9 revolutionizes the most underdeveloped area of traditional manufacturing value chain. You must be familiar with this kind of situation. You always need to find which one is the proper charger or adapter for your phone, camera, or TV. You cannot just throw it away because we even don't know when to use it. Different kinds of adapters and chargers are difficult to carry around in daily lives, but also hard to find right away. But we have so many kinds of electronic devices to use and charge in our lives, and therefore, we are wasting a lot of time charging our batteries. Can it be more convenient? How convenient would it be if we could charge electronic devices with a single charger? In general, when a company develops a new electronic device, the amount of voltage and current is set up for each device. So the company produces new adapters or chargers that flow an appropriate voltage and current. However, these electronic devices, adapters, and chargers are dumped to our planet based on its product lifecycle. $4 billion worth of new adapters and chargers are produced every year. If they remain unsold, inventory will increase and become a dead stock. Besides, these various kinds of electronic devices must receive a certification to be produced and distributed to each country. But if you can just charge all these electronic devices with only one charger, wouldn't it be much happier to both consumers and manufacturers? Our products are not just limited to convenience. We also care about our planet. As I said earlier, 80% of more than 4 billion chargers are incinerated and buried every year, and only 20% are recycled. Since the amount of waste exceeds the acceptable volume of global waste, international associations and governments started to establish a worldwide regulations for e-waste. For example, European Union urged to prohibit Apple from using a single adapter to its electronic devices in February 2020. However, Apple cannot integrate different kinds of adapters immediately, so it provides consumers with a mobile phone package without a charger in its latest version. Although Apple's reactive action was not the best solution, but at least it saved 347 tons of e-waste every year by not producing chargers. And global companies are rushed to join the move to reduce CO2. Bro9 aims to solve environmental pollution by allowing consumers to use their electronic devices with only one charger, and manufacturers to produce only one charger applicable to all kinds of electronic devices. Bro9's technology is a Volca technology that reads the eligible amount of voltage and current of electronic devices with microcurrents and provides the most suitable charging. Volca technology can convert from AC power to DC power type, which is a lower voltage and current type. In addition, it can receive a low voltage of 5 volt as input and produce it as a higher voltage of 15 volt. Lastly, we have launched the world's first and the only charger that integrated the fixed output power supply adapter with the charger of charging the product's electronic devices. Bro9's Volca technology listed above are are registered as international PCB patents in Korea and currently applying for the patents in USA, Germany, China, and Japan. PCB chip on the left side successfully makes its size smaller, and it can be used in a wide range of applications. We are aiming to apply this chip to adapters, multi-taps, portable batteries, and electronic devices with our primary product line by 2021. In last February, Bro9 participated in CES, and through the exhibition, lots of business cooperation is underway now. Let me introduce you two successful cases of business collaboration. The first case is Canon. Canon already has been recognized that their consumers need to carry 2 to 4 batteries to use Canon camera. However, they can provide a battery charger which can change only one battery with existing technology. For consumer convenience, Canon wants to provide a charger which can simultaneously charge 2 to 4 batteries. However, Canon cannot afford the burden of producing new charger along with the camera's product lifecycle, but also it needs to get different certification and invest inventories by country. If a Canon charger embedded with Bro9's bulky technology is launched in the market, we will be able to use their Canon products permanently without concerning about the camera body lifecycle and its battery types. With Canon and Bro9, we are discussing on tapping bulky technology on Canon camera with the manufacturing process and launching a new model in near future. The second case is Belkin. Belkin produces and distributes different types of chargers which can charge the electronic devices as shown in the picture. But if you insert the Bro9 bulky terminal here, those which can be charged with the Belkin charger can be extended to global and scalable product line. This is a picture sent by Belkin, which is a picture of Best Buy store in America. Belkin suggested to establish Belkin's charger stand with Bro9's bulky technology in the middle of electronic store. They also wanted to carry out marketing strategy of letting consumers to know that all electronic devices in Best Buy can be charged with this adapter, multi-tap, portable batteries with embedded bulky PCB chip. We are actively discussing in a positive way and making sample of our collaboration. Bro9 is preparing to entering both the B2C and B2B market by distributing our products directly to consumers and collaborating with global camera manufacturers and charger accessory distributors. Our end goal is electronic vehicle charging market in their future. By developing the stability and suitability of Bro9 bulky technology based on its core technology, it is gradually expanding into the larger market. Do not waste your time with your dead battery. Just use a bulky product right away. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a great presentation. David, do you travel a lot?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, maybe someday we just get to take this bulky product with you, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Make sure we maintain a good relationship with the CEO so that we can get it for free.
Maybe next year when we go to CES, we have to take their products, right?
Oh,
Not
yes,
our
absolutely.
bunch of charges, batteries, and things like that.
Yeah. And it's also it helps us sustainability aspect. So definitely looking forward to using her products in the long run.
All right. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah. So first of all, thanks so much for your presentation. Since early 2020, a lot of global companies actually focus a lot onto sustainability, especially reducing CO2. And we as a Plug and Play have worked very closely with the End Plastic Waste Alliance, which is one of the largest nonprofit organizations for sustainability. Mm-hmm. So I think that Bro9 is definitely following the right market trend. Mm-hmm. And you also mentioned about like working very closely with electronic car manufacturing such as Tesla. And since I believe that 2021 is going to be a market for automobile. So if you're able to market well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of scalability opportunity.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. That was by Bro9. All right, David, it's time for us to meet our fourth company.
Right.
Now it's time for Internet.
Absolutely. Internet, please come on the stage. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Internet.
Hi everyone, I'm CEO of Internet, located in Seoul in Korea. Easy Service is Easy Energy Service. I will introduce Energy first, which is a professional company in total AMI system management. AMI is an abbreviation of Advanced Metering Infrastructure. AMI is the system to measure energy usage remotely in real time through wire or wireless communication, and to efficiently manage energy usage through two-way information change. It manages energy usage and provides efficient energy utilization service such as consumption habit, demand analysis, energy reduction, and countermeasure. Based on PLC technology, PLC is an abbreviation of Power Line Communication. Internet has various work experience and technique and design, developing, establishing, and operating of multiple types of remote electric meter reading. Power line communication is a communication technology that enables to transmit data like voice, text, and image only through power line. By spreading COVID-19, non-face-to-face technique is required. Also, Green New Deal policy has announced globally and aims to save energy for net zero. In this situation, Internet's Easy Service is the optimal solution. Easy Service enables users to manage electricity more efficiently by delivering real-time energy information, and to have energy efficiency improved by checking with app and web. Install Easy Service application on user's phone and check efficiency, usage, and cost right away. It provides daily, monthly, yearly information so users can make their own consumption plan and save the energy which could be wasted. All data collected on user's phone and check electricity usage and cost right away. It provides daily, monthly, yearly information so users can make their own consumption plan and save the energy which could be wasted. All data collected through PLC is used to create the various services, which can be applied to smart city to reduce carbon emissions. Also, installation is very easy and simple. It's very information. It's very simple is installation. Since it's a PLC-based smart metering system, which is used through existing installed electric line and communication line. So no need massive construction work and save the labor cost. Briefly, several strong points of energy easy service are: first, energy efficiency check for easy building floor is available. Second, possible to check via mobile phone and application easily. Third, real-time reading is very important. It's energy waste not to unplug and power outlet. But with easy service, users can easily find and check what electric device is used efficiently. Fourth, simple and easy installation. As referring the page of easy service diagram, it's no need and big massive construction work, but only installed DCU and PLC modem in the building. Let me introduce our partners. we have a partnership with major company, public institution, university, and government. Recently, we signed an MOU with Hyundai in engineering and construction, with team of digital convergence technology. Also, we maintain a partnership with the electrical engineering department of Seoul National University. About the prospect buyer, as we aim to enter globally energy market, prospect buyers could be placed with related to energy management in the US, Europe, and worldwide in the new southern countries. It could be energy management enterprise or electric power company or building management firm, and most of all, any passionate buyers. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. That was by Internet. Now we would like to have a Q&A session. Does anyone have a question for Internet?
Sure, maybe I can go first. Quickly, going back to the point where you're saying that you're a smart metering system. So I would like to understand how exactly do you help your clients in reducing the energy usage? So what are the methodologies that you follow for that?
네, 디지털 계량기가 집집마다 설치가 되어 있는데 그 디지털 계량기의 데이터를 바로 본인의 핸드폰이라든지 웹 프로그램을 통해서 확인할 수가 있고 그러므로 계획적인 절감을 할 수가 있습니다.
So there are digital meters that are installed in many of these houses, and this platform is able to gauge the electricity usage through their own application in real time, so that they're able to reduce the amount of electrical usage.
They can actually plan how much they're going to use on their electronics to save that. Is that helpful for your answering the question?
That's basically insight and planning on the existing facility. But then, is there any measure taken to, let's say, if the HVAC system is taking up more energy and there's a new system required? Is there more measures taken in that relation to actually change the energy usage? I would say behavior for the facility.
지금 기존의 건물들에서는 전기 에너지를 줄이는데 에어컨이라든지 히팅 이게 굉장히 이제 비용이 많이 올라가는 부분인데 그 전기 에너지를 기존 건물에서 바로 온오프 할 수도 있는 제품이 있습니다. 네.
So each building, they might have different types of electronics that people are using, such as like air conditionings and other electronic stuff, right? But each building can have that. They're using by using their products, they can control, like they can turn it off or turn it on whenever they want, so they can actually plan the usage of the energy.
And just in addition to that, they're able to turn it on and off remotely. That's the point.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
네.
That was it for Internet. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And good luck with your business. Okay. Ooh, David.
Yes.
Time goes so fast.
I know. It's been fourth startups already.
Yes, that's right. It's now time for us to meet our fifth innovative company. And the company name is MediWell. Ooh, wondering what kind of business that they're having.
Yeah, let's go ahead and figure it out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, MediWell.
Hello, I'm Kevin Choi, the CEO of MediWell, and we are offering the rapid eye detection for eye, heart, and renal diseases. MediWell was founded in December 2016. Our members consist of 3 co-founders, me and Chief Medical Officer Tyler Rim, who is a retina specialist and medical big data expertise. and CTO Kenyang Lee, who is expertise in medical deep learning, and other 7 members in each area of medical device regulatory and product development and sales. Our solution, Dr. Noon, is offering comfort systemic disease screening through the simple eye test. Here, systemic diseases include cardiovascular diseases and cerebrovascular diseases and chronic kidney diseases and ophthalmic diseases. Dr. Noon could find these all problems from the just one eye imaging. We are solving the biggest problem in healthcare market, systemic diseases, including cardiovascular, cerebrovascular, and chronic kidney diseases. Cardio and cerebrovascular diseases, CVD, its market size is $900 billion worldwide, and chronic kidney disease, CKD, its market size is $140. And its related drug market are also very huge. Antihypertensive is $26 billion, and anti-hyperlipidemia is $24 billion, and CK drug is $16 billion. The problem is the original tests are too complex, expensive, and uncomfortable. So the main problem of these systemic diseases is its low recognition and cure rate. So there are very complex steps. For hyperlipidemia case, patient is led to medical treatment, the drug therapy, after traveling the blood test and cardiac CT, and then led to the drug therapy. For hypertension or CK drug cases are also very complex. Here, Dr. Noon could find these all systemic diseases through the simple eye test. And then patients will be led to medical treatment, usually drug therapy. And our diagnostic area includes these all things, the hyperlipidemia and hypertension, chronic kidney disease, and eye disease. And the Dr. Noon's steps are very simple. First, taking the eye photos, and second, automatic AI analysis, and third, just check the result. These all steps are done in 3 minutes, and these are non-invasive procedures. It is all-in-one system, so don't need additional installation, and it could be taken by nurse. The right one is the Dr. Noon all-in-one system, and it has easy to take small footprint and integrated AI system. For predicting cardio and cerebrovascular diseases area, Dr. Noon is accurate CVD risk scoring system, as same as the cardiac CT, which is the original golden standard. Dr. Noon's diagnostic accuracy is higher than cardiac CT in Asian cohort dataset, and same level in Caucasian cohort dataset. CVD item is breakthrough medical device in Korean FDA, and will be approved in CE and HSA in medical device in soon. And in the clinical environment, Dr. Noon could change the process very simple in the original scenario. Very simple. In the original scenario, there are several steps, including invasive blood test and reservation for CT, visiting the large hospital and waiting for the result. And also, CT needs a huge device, and the radiologist and radiologic technician, and patients should be exposed to the radiation risk. Comparing the original procedures, Dr. Noon is very simple. In primary care setting, Dr. Noon offers immediate detection of CVD diseases, and it could be led to drug therapy. If the result is normal, then patients just need to do regular monitoring in a year. Dr. Noon's ophthalmic disease checkup is also simple and accurate. Its accuracy is 95% comparing the ophthalmologist, and this is medical device approved in Korea and also will approved in CE and HSA in soon. So our Dr. Noon's cutting-edge technology analyze only a single pair of the retinal imaging and then predict many systemic diseases, including age, gender, creatinine, blood pressure, and hematocrit score. All of those factors are closely related with cardio or cerebrovascular diseases, renal diseases, and other systemic diseases. Our sophisticated technology and data make it possible. Medivale's precision medicine consists of the matched unique data set and clean label with specialists and validate with a cohort data set. So we collected a very compact matched data set and clean label with the specialists in Severance or Singapore General Hospital, and then validate with the global cohort data set. We also published our research in the Lancet Digital Health as a cover paper in the October 2020, and we have granted 7 original patents and also apply over 40 patents in worldwide, and it is related for the predicting cardiovascular and the other systemic diseases from the retinal imaging. Thank you.
Thank you, Mediwell. Well, I didn't go to medical school, so something about their technique was really hard for me to understand, blah, blah, blah. But, if I don't have to go through all the process of seeing doctors, yes, I definitely need that service. What did you think, David?
First of all, thanks for your presentation. I think it has amazing technology. And I feel like it could generate another revenue stream, especially in the eye care industry. And also, by just listening to your presentation, I also thought that your technology could be widely used in APAC region, especially since there are not many eye doctors out there. So I could definitely see a lot of business opportunity, especially outside of Korea.
All right. Let's hear what our judges think. Does anyone have a question?
Yeah, I could start. Thank you very much for the pitch. It sounds like this technology has the potential to maybe replace existing diagnostic methods. I was wondering, how expensive is this technology compared to traditional methods? And I guess one question I do have is, how long does it take to pay for the initial investment if your clients are looking to integrate this into their company?
Let me check. Let me clarify the question. So, do you mean the timeline for the insurance company, insurance procedure? For the second question.
Oh yeah, so I'm assuming for your client to use your solution, there is certain initial investment that they need to make. So I guess in terms of cost analysis, how long does it take for them to, for the cost to make sense for them to use this solution?
So for the first question, there is the original procedure is the blood test and after then that led to the cardiac CT. We are targeting the half price of the cardiac CT. So this is much cheaper and much faster than the cardiac CT. And for the second question, now we are almost getting the CE and HSA, the Singapore medical device approver. So we could extract out in the ASEAN market and Europe market in just now. And our next step is the go to US and the Korean market. We are targeting an 18-month for solving the regulatory, and then we could offer our system in the primary care setting.
Was it enough for your question, Shunpei?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
All right. Okay, if not,
maybe quick question here.
Quick question,
so
please.
Yeah, so just elaborating on what Shumpei was trying to target for the second question, actually. So how exactly are you driving adoption of your procedure compared to the traditional procedure? How are you convincing doctors or clinics or hospitals to actually adopt your process?
Could you repeat one more time, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how exactly are you planning to drive adoption of your solution compared to traditional solutions in order to replace them or to just accept them as a new solution?
Our final goal is the replace the cardiac CT in the hyperlipidemia procedure. But at the first time, to penetrate the market, we are targeting the premium checkup solution in the primary care setting. So like the sub solution of just helping for the cardiac CT, like find the potential cardiac CT subject using our solution. That's our first step to penetrate the market.
All right. Thank you so much. That was it. That was by MediWell, right? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. Our next company is Neo Sapiens. Was it correct, David? Because you know I have
Yes.
practiced to pronounce this name, right?
Yeah, we've been practicing
Neo
over and over.
Sapiens. It's how we call them.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them on the stage.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Tae-Soo Kim, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Neo Sapiens. Let me introduce my company, Neo Sapiens. Neo Sapiens is a startup that develops AI technology and creates AI actors to innovate the media entertainment industry. As a first step, we've developed emotion-expressive speech synthesis technology based on deep learning and launched AI voice actor service. We called it Typecast. So far, text content has been the major information source of our daily life, but these days, people don't read text, rather watch video or listen to audio. To make such content, casting human actor is essential because machine couldn't replace the human voice and acting yet. However, it is not easy even for human to act well for media content because it's difficult to speak dialogues conveying appropriate emotion and feeling. So we invented the word processor for voice production. We called it Typecast, which is an artificial intelligence voice actor service. You can just put your script into our service and then immediately get your voice recording for your content.
Introducing Typecast, an artificial intelligence voice actor service. Enter the text you wish to vocalize and choose a voice character suitable for your content. You can also select multiple characters and assign them to different sentences.
There are a wide range of styles for each character, which can be selected separately for each sentence. You can also control the speed of speech and the length of pause between sentences.
When listening to the generated speech, you can make it sound more natural by fixing word spellings with how it's pronounced, or by inserting spaces and commas.
When you are done, you can also download or share the audio. So go ahead
With
Typecast and create your own
The
fun
voices
and
in
unique
this
content.
video was also created by our
With
service.
Typecast.
Our core technology is to generate the speech by controlling the emotion and expression. Speaking is not just one-to-one mapping to speech from given text. Humans can speak the same sentences in various ways. For example, I can say, "Hi, everyone," and also I can say, "Hi, everyone," in a different ways. Our core technology is to generate speech with controllable parameters such as emotion, intonation, and speaking styles. We launched the service a year ago and have more than 160,000 users right now. Our users are mostly creators, such as writers, bloggers, YouTubers, and so on. They are borrowing AI actors to create their online content easier and faster. Most of our users are creating newscasting and video dubbings with our service. During the last year, we've achieved more than 1,000% growth both in the number of users and monthly payments. The number of users was increased by 1,800%, and the amount of the monthly payment was increased by 1,200%. Last year, we also built a digital human collaborating with a VR studio and a Korean TV station, MBC. We made a grief-stricken mom reunited with her deceased daughter in a documentary film titled Meeting You. It went viral globally through YouTube and reached 23 million views. In such digital human project, we realized that it is inevitable to hire surrogate actors to control visual expression and speak words. Current AI actor service will be extended to AI actor service, which can control facial expression and gestures in addition to voice. Our users can use this kind of service in this year.
Hi there. My name is Camilla. Nice to meet you. What is your name?
In near future, anyone can cast AI actors to use them for their content. We develop AI technology and create AI actors to innovate the media entertainment industry. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a great presentation. David,
Yeah.
so I met them last year at CES.
Oh, you did?
And I told them that they're my competitor because I work with my voice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
All right. What did you think of that presentation?
So first of all, thank you so much for your presentation. I think the typecast service that you're providing is somehow very unique, and I think it has a lot of potential for growth. And it was amazing to hear that you had over 160,000 users in less than a year.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot of traction.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that the number of YouTubers and bloggers are doubling up every year. And so there could be a really huge market opportunity for you down the line. And just wanted to let you know that plug-and-play is running the Media Accelerator program.
Okay.
Where we are working very closely with the number of major media company.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they will be very interested in using your services.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully we can connect you with the right person so that we could support you with the next startup journey.
Yeah, we are looking for the media companies in globally.
What about you, people out there?
I have a question. Both Giselle and David have made me curious with their comments. Are you looking to replace voice actors with your technology or offer the service to people who can't afford voice actors?
The latter one. We are going to support who cannot hire voice actors or actors or animators. Our service can help them, and also we can provide some value to voice actors. For example, once the voice actor, we have a pool of voice actors in Korea and also some English-speaking voice actors. We reward them to by using their voices to them. Yeah.
So Edison, that means you worried about me? Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Anyone else has a question for Neo Sapiens?
Sure, maybe I can go. So Actually, I have previously watched the mother being reunited with the deceased daughter, the video. So I am quite excited about the product, and just would like to understand, what are your language capabilities at this point?
Currently, we have Korean, of course, yeah, and also we have English voices. So in Korean, we have more than 60 voice characters, but in English right now we have 5 voice characters. But in this year, we are going to increase that to be like more than 50 or something. Yeah.
So how long does it take for you to create one character, and how much is the cost involved?
Oh, it depends on the how much quality we need. But in user, we record the voice actor's voice in a week or 2, and then training their voices within 2 or 3 days.
Wow. All right. Anyone else? I guess that was it then. Maybe I can be their client too. You know, they can copy my voice, and next year maybe Robot Giselle can sit here and conduct this event with you, David. All right. Thank you so much. Good luck with your business. Okay, so that was by Neo Sapiens. Time for us to move to our next company. It's called New Ein. You ready, David? Are you getting tired?
No.
Absolutely, you should not.
I am so excited. I'm pumped up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is New Ein.
Okay, we are a medical R&D company that adopts electrosurgical technology to treat chronic diseases. I'm a co-founder of this company that is responsible for external relations, and we'll give you a general overview of our company and what we do. We started this project in September 2017 with 4 medical device R&D specialists. We are well experienced in all stages of the medical device R&D and all the way to sales. Our head office is in Seoul BioHub, hosted by the city of Seoul. We do our own cellular investigation and manufacturing in medical grade facility. We also fundraised nearly $10 million in investment and winning various awards to conduct cell and animal studies as well as clinical trials. We electrically mimic our own body signals that various parts communicate with to instruct our nerves to function better, our tissues to heal faster, and also to inhibit cancer cells to grow. With that said, we can treat various diseases such as dry eye, glaucoma, migraine, tinnitus, facial palsy, as well as cancer. Our most developed product is currently a VR goggle-like therapy device for eye diseases. By wearing the device for 30 minutes a day, one can promote nerves to regenerate, function normally again, overcoming dry eye and glaucoma. We are investigating potential applications in tinnitus, facial palsy, as well as cancer. For next year, actually this year, Happy New Year's, we are focusing on clinical development and product launching of eye healthcare device. We are also seeking investment as well. Just to note, our team members are mostly biomedical engineers with PhD and masters and some industry experiences. So I wrap up the presentation. Thank you.
All right. That was a quick but powerful. All right, David, do you have any comments?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for your presentation. I think that bio is certainly the hottest market. And I believe that the company has a very unique technology, very strong team member, and you guys already have a successful track record in terms of the investment. So I'm actually very excited to see more of your growth down in the line.
Thank you.
All right. Does anyone questions?
Maybe I can go first. So very curious to understand, like for the eyewear device, how long does a patient have to use it to actually see the effects? Like, is there a specified duration for that?
It depends on the type of disease you are dealing with. So, for instance, very simple but quite serious dry eye. By wearing the device once for 30 minutes, the patient would experience relief in the sensation of dryness, as well as bit of a comfort and better vision. But that effect lasts for about 3 days. But this also varies among patients, and it is recommended for a acute application of about 2 weeks, and that goes about the same for glaucoma as well.
Thank you. That's helpful.
I have a question. I didn't quite catch the details, but when the patients are wearing the eyewear, what specifically is going on?
So the device, when you turn it on, it detects that the device is worn properly. And then the device delivers specific electric signal to the nerves to instruct the eyes to, for instance, if the eyes are dry, then it would instruct the eyes to release some tears. And it also instructs the damaged tissues to regenerate faster. It's a very similar mechanism to using eye drop or ointment for tissue damage. But we use, instead of the chemical approach, we use physical modality, such as electricity.
Got it. As a follow-up question, then, is the strength of your technology the hardware itself or the software that controls the hardware?
Both, because in order to apply the treatment in the best way possible, we have to design the device as it is. Then the software aspect, we have to, because it's we are making clinical claim, we have to conduct clinical trials with various protocols to evaluate the safety and the efficiency and the efficacy. Yeah.
Okay, that was it by Nguyen. Thank you.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, that was quick.
Good job.
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck. Whew, David.
Yes.
We just have seen all the presentation by our 7 innovative companies.
Right, absolutely.
What do you think?
I think it was such an amazing to see the number of founder, especially they are. It was very good to see their passion and the desire that they wanted to get into the global market.
Yeah.
And as a plug and play, I realized that what we could do the best for them is to support them to make sure that they tap into the global market through our plug and play platform.
Yeah, so true. And I hope that you work hard to find that solutions, okay?
And our team
Make sure.
who's participating as the judges will work so hard to support them.
That's right. I want to hear from you all too. Who want to go first? We would like to hear from you, our judges. Maybe Edison, will you go first?
Absolutely. I thought this was an incredible bunch of technologies we saw today, tackling all kinds of problems. I know I would be first in line to be their customer for a lot of these solutions. And I'm excited to see, it sounds like some of them are already making some strides to the US. And I'm excited to see them, penetrate this market. And we're happy to help in any way we can over at Plug and Play.
Thank you. And I hope that you enjoy being here with us. All right, Shunpei?
Yeah, wonderful pitches by everyone. Very happy to see such diverse group of founders and different businesses. And since I am located in Tokyo, I will be very happy to discuss with them about their market entry into the APAC region countries.
Okay. LeBron?
All right. Yeah. So I think very excited to see very diverse collection of startups. And I think in the medical front, we have a few partners here in Southeast Asia and would be very, eager to see if we can collaborate. And again, for the rest of the startups as well, I think there's quite a bit of synergy here for the Southeast Asian market. So provided someone wants to expand to Southeast Asia, happy to lend a hand and looking forward to, successful collaborations in the future. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone, for your thoughts on today's presentation with this CES Live Seoul. Seoul Pitch Day has come to an end, and thanks for being here with us today. David, you are with me all the session.
Right, absolutely.
And I'm sure you have a lot to say to our viewers, right?
Yes. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting us to this amazing session. I was very impressed by the passion and the desire that the CEO has shown us regarding their global market expansion. And we, as a Plug and Play, would love to support the startup's journey through our international offices. So thank you so much all for joining.
I was really happy to be with you because I was not alone.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I was also very impressed by all the companies who shared their products and services today. Even though they couldn't physically be at CES 2021 Seoul exhibit this year, I'll be cheering them on their success from afar. And hopefully we get to see everyone with you, David, in Las Vegas next year.
Yes, very much looking forward to it.
All right, this is it for Live CES Seoul Pitch Day 1. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.